Hello students, you are welcome back to class. Today, we will be looking at the word problems leading to quadratic equations. Word problems leading to quadratic equation. Let's look at this question. Find two numbers whose difference is 5 and whose product is 226. You are told to look for two numbers whose difference is 5. That means if you subtract the two numbers, you get 5. And if you multiply the two numbers, you get 266. So assuming the first number is x, so let the smaller number be x. So that means if the other number, since their difference is 5, we need to add 5 to x to get the larger number. So if the smaller number is x, so since they said find two numbers whose difference is 5. So if the first number is x, so the bigger number will be x plus 5. You know, if you subtract 5 from x, you are going to get x back. So that means that the first number is taken to be x, the bigger number is taken to be x plus 5. Now when you find their product, that means if you multiply x and x plus 5, it will give you 266. So x times x plus 5 gives you 266. Now let's open the bracket. X times x will give us x squared. X times 5 will give us 5x is equal to 266. So now let us bring this 266 to this side. So that means you now have 2x squared plus 5x. This is plus 256. When it comes here, when it crosses the equality sign, it will turn to minus 266. So from here, you can use any method to solve the equation. So I'm going to use factorization to solve this quadratic equation. So that is x squared plus 5x minus 206 is equal to 0. So when I factorize, two numbers I can multiply together that will give me x squared is what? X times x. What I will multiply together that will give me minus 266 is minus 14 times 19. So if I say x times 19, it will give us 19x. X times minus 14 will give us minus 14x. So 19x minus 14x will give us 5x. So and that is what we have in the middle. So you now write the factor this way. So you have x minus 14, x plus 19 equals 0. So you now solve. X minus 14 is equal to 0, x is equal to plus 14, x plus 19 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 19. The question says that we should look for the two numbers. So when the first number is 14, that means the second number is what? X plus 5. Our x is what? 14. Then add 5, making 90. So then when the first number is 14, the bigger number will be what? 19. So if we multiply this, is 266. 14 times 19 will give us 266. Likewise, if we subtract this number, 19 minus 14 will give us 5. And when x is minus 19, so if we substitute minus 19 for x, minus 19 plus 5 give us minus 14. When x is minus 19, then the other bigger number will be what? Minus 14. If we multiply these two numbers, minus 19 times minus 14 will give us plus 266. Likewise, if we subtract them, that is minus 19 minus this will give us minus 19 plus 14 will give us, that is what? It will give, their difference will also be what? Be 5. So now let's look at another question. We are told that a woman is 4 times older than her child. A woman is 4 times older than her child. 5 years ago, the product of their ages was 175. Find their present ages. A woman is 4 times older than her child. 5 years ago, the product of their ages was 175. Find their present ages. So if the woman is 4 times as older than her child, so assuming her child, let her child age be x years. So that means you need to multiply the child age by 4 to get that of the woman. Then the woman's age is for 4x. So if the child age is x, the woman's age will be 4x because she's 4 times older than their child. Now they now said that 5 years ago, the product of their ages is 175. So how old will be the child 5 years ago? So that means 5 years ago, you subtract 5 years from the child's present age. So that is x minus 5 will be the age of the 5 years ago. The child age will be what? X minus 5 years. Now, 5 years ago, what will be the mother's age? We will subtract 5 years from the mother's present age, which is 4x minus 5. So they said 5 years ago, the product of their age is 175. So that means if we multiply x minus 5 times 4x minus 5, it should give us 175. So that means, let's expand, that's x times, that will give us x times 4x minus 5. So x minus 5 times 4x minus 5 is equal to 175. So if you expand, this x times 4x minus 5 minus 5 times 4x minus 5. So if we open the brackets, we are going to have x times 4x will give us 4x squared. X times minus 5, that will give us minus 5x. Minus 5 times 4x will give us minus 20x. Minus 5 times minus 5, minus times minus will give us plus. 5 times 5 will give us 25. Everything is now equal to 175. So that means we now have 4x squared minus 5x minus 20x will give us minus 25x. Then plus 25 is equal to 175. Let's now bring this 175 to this other side. So when it comes here, now turn to minus 175. So you're having 4x squared minus 25x. 25 minus 175 give us minus 150. So from here, we are going to factorize. 4x squared times is 4x squared is what? 4x times x minus 150 is 15 times minus 10. So let's check if it will give us what is in the middle. 4x times minus 10 will give us minus 40x. X times 15 will give us plus 15x. Minus 40x plus 15x will give us minus 25x. So that means that those are the factors of the equation. 4x plus 15 and x minus 10 equals 0. Now, so that means you have 4x, when 4x plus 15 is equal to 0. So bring the x to this side, is now turn to minus 15. Divide both sides by 4 to get x. So that means you now have what? X will give us minus 15 over 4. Then the other factor, x minus 10 is equal to 0. When x comes here, you have a plus 10. Now, since we are talking about the age of a person, you now understand that the age of the person cannot be negative. Because of that, since the age of a person cannot be negative, so that means the only reasonable answer here is for 10 years. So that means the child age presently is 10 years. So the mother's age will be what? 4x, which is 4 times 10, which will give us 40 years. Now, let's look at the work practice. Find two numbers which differ by 4 and whose product is 45. Number 2. 2 square rooms have a total floor area of 89 meters square. One room is 3 meters longer each way than the other. Find the dimensions of the two rooms. Number 3. A certain number is subtracted from 18 and from 13. The product of the two numbers obtained is 66. Find the first number. Then number 4. Find two consecutive even numbers whose product is 224. Number 5. A woman is 3 times as old as her son. 8 years ago, the product of their ages was 112. Find their present ages. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you.